True stories. This is a true story. True story stand up. Next, our next comedian has actually never been up here before, so he's just going to be true. It's James Blake. Do I got that right? Come on down. Good to do it.
Hi, I'm James Blake, and I'm reading from my Smart Person book because I couldn't memorize this entire thing. We are here to do true stories, I'm sure you figured out by now, but I really wanted to have sort of a mantra that I could go with this true story theme. And I kept thinking about it, because I don't like telling true stories. I'm not a very interesting person, and usually the stuff that happens to me sucks. So, here's my mantra. I'm here to make you guys laugh on the outside, and to make me cry on the inside. I'm sure that you've all noticed, this isn't part of my true story, this is an errata, but I'm sure that you've all noticed by now that I have pink hair.
What?
And
No.
if you've been on campus in the last 2 or 3 weeks, you've probably seen me around unless you're either blind or colorblind, in which case I'm very sorry. And there's just one thing that, really kind of weirds me out. It doesn't happen just at my house where there are people who aren't that observant, but it happens pretty much everywhere I go. I go around and eventually I'll just be walking around minding my own business and someone will come to me. You have pink hair. I don't know what to say here. Yes I do. Yeah, thank you. I have pink hair. But what I think I want to say, if somebody just comes up to me and says it one more time, I'm gonna say, no, I didn't know I had pink hair. But I think it's because I fell into a vat of unicorn shit the other week. And you should have seen the havoc that it wreaked on my Macho Man Randy Savage shirt. But my true story is actually kind of funny because I have had a Macho Man Randy Savage shirt before. Because I live in a place that most people call under a rock. I live in New Jersey, and not the good part of New Jersey. Where am I from, New Jersey? I'm from Great Meadows. Anybody heard of it? Anybody heard of it? No, you haven't, because New Jersey has 4 things. New Jersey has a beach, New Jersey has an Ivy League college, New Jersey has a turnpike, and New Jersey has Newark. Great Meadows is not one of those 4 things. We are in the middle of the country. New Jersey is a country? Yes, we have a country. We have acres of corn, there's a horse farm down the street, I own a horse, we have neighbors with guns, and there's actually an alpaca ranch 5 minutes away from me, which is possibly the coolest thing ever when you're drunk. So, I'm living out in the country. We have, on my property, about 7 acres of farmland for my horse. And I like to go up there with my friends and start fires and drink and just hang out. And I thought that the week before Bard, we'd all go up there, and we'd have a fire, and we'd drink, and we'd camp out, and we'd reminisce before I left. So, I had this all lined up, I had all my friends coming over, and the afternoon that everyone was supposed to come over, my mom comes up to me and she says to me, well, you're doing this thing with all your friends, I know, and it would just be a really big help to me and your dad if you could possibly mow the horse field where you're going to have the camp out. That's hell. You're probably used to push mowers, maybe even the ride-on mowers. No, in the country, we don't have lawn mowers. We have tractors. Yeah! If you try to ride a lawnmower through the horse field, it will get eaten. The grass is taller than me in some places because my horse doesn't go everywhere, and so I have to mow it. So I griped about it for a little while, and then I came in and I go to mow the horse field for 2 hours, which is considerably good. And as I'm coming out, I encounter the worst experience I've had that entire summer. And this is completely true. You can quote me on this. I'm coming back, and I come back through the back gate so that the horse doesn't escape because she's always by the front. She likes running around and making hoof prints in the yard and trying to mate with the horses down the street. So I come out the back gate, and all of a sudden I notice that my tractor is caught on a hose. And from that part on, everything becomes like a nursery rhyme. I heard little kids clapping and singing along in my head, and it went something like this. The tractor is caught on the old hose is caught on the stick pile is caught on the hornet's nest, and oh good lord, hornet's nest. And the next 5 minutes of my life went something like this. It was the least sexy striptease you've seen in your entire life. I covered half an acre, sprinting, trying to get away from 50 or 60 fucking pissed off hornets. And in those 5 minutes, I found my religion again. I've always been an agnostic. For those 5 minutes, I once again communed with the oh God, Jesus fucking Christ, and the holy shit. It was an epiphany. So I'm across the yard now. I have my shirt off. I have my pants off. I am standing in my boxers in the middle of my lawn. And the hornets are gone. And I'm looking around, making sure none of my neighbors came out shooting. Carefully put it back on my pants. And there's still a hornet in my pants pocket. And for the next 30 seconds, I proceed to go, oh God, there's a hornet in my pocket. And if I hadn't noticed it when I did, I'd probably be talking to you like this right now, because it was very, very close to an area I don't want a hornet to touch. I get the hornet out of my pocket, and this is 15 minutes later, I realize that the tractor is still idling, caught on the hose, which is caught to the stakes, which is caught to a fence, which isn't going anywhere. So now I have the predicament, how do I get the tractor out of the hole that it's in without the hornets killing me again? Hey, Dad! Dad, are you home? Dad? Robert? Hello, anybody? No. Shit. So, I walk back over to the tractor. The hornets are still there, but they're just buzzing around. They're minding their own business. Minding their own beeswax. And so I carefully go over to the tractor. And I just put it in gear and I floor it. And the sticks come loose. And that pulls the nest again, and they all come out after me, at which point I run away again. And they don't follow me this time, which is I'm very grateful for. But then I turn around, and this is like Die Hard right here. Everything goes into slow motion. I go, no, as the tractor slowly knocks into our country-style hand-built stone wall, goes across the stone wall, and then crashes into the side of the barn. God, I miss the country. Woo! Yeah! All right, James Blake.